A lot of people are saying that now that have come to America, they don't see that kind of money like $12,000 a month. Hey, how to make that kind of money? They see like 60k salary, 90k salary, and and I also say that one should be able to easily make 10 to $12,000 per month per person. So they are saying now, hey, you know what, my wife is not working. Well, let me get one thing out of the way. Your wife, she can work once you get the visa problem resolved, right? If you want to get the visa problem resolved on day one, and you let's say you are here on H1, you'll have to first find an employer who files a green card, and then your perm will be filed, your I-140 will be filed. Once it gets cleared, after 1.5 years or so, total 1.5 years or so, you will get your H4EAD. You'll be eligible for H4EAD, right? To break this circle, what you can do is on day one when you land, first of all, file your green card so that in 1.5 years your wife is clean and she can work easily. But what you can do is you can apply for MS. You can get admission into MS. I mean, you means like your wife can get admission into MS, and then there are a lot of MS in which they can get day one CPT. That means they can get they can start working on day one itself. On the basis of that, they can apply for SSN also, and obviously they can get DL because of dependent visa, even with the dependent visa also. But they can, on the basis of that, they can get the SSN and they can start working right away, and they can easily work for 6 months to 1 year on CPT basis, and then transition on to OPT, and then they can keep working. And once they get their H4EAD, they can let go of this status, and then they can work on H4EAD. This is the way to make your spouse work on day one. Okay, on day one she can start working. Basically what happens is a guy in India is an academically excellent life. You know, when a person is an IT engineer, and they don't have to have any people skills, any understanding of law, any business skills. They don't have to have any skills whatsoever to be able to. That's what, remember, I've made a videos of that. Academically excellent, excellent person. That's how they behave, right? They really are focused on academics. And in India, if you're an IT engineer, if you don't have to really know anything else, you can easily make 1 crore a year and you'll be in upper class. You don't have to have any people skills or any business skills or any understanding of law and finance and any of these things, and you can still make a lot of money. Here, that is true. That's true for doctors. I've explained this concept many times in the other videos. So when they come here, they think that things will happen on their own for them. Nothing will happen on their own, on its own, for IT engineers in America. It's a very regular job. Everybody makes this kind of money. I told you, I made so many videos about this. But anyway, nobody's gonna come tell you. That's why I'm here. I'm telling you on the very first day, this is how you can get the visa for your wife, or work visa for your wife, on the basis of CPT. I made this mistake. I lost a year. I made this mistake in 2004. And so what happens is wife is not working. So you're losing so much money. You see, when she doesn't have the visa, right? So this is one way to get this problem out of the way. Okay. Now coming to the second part. How will you or your wife both, now that you both have visas, how you both will start making money? Okay, now, let's say, so H1, let's say you're on H1B visa, right? If you're on F1, you forget it. You are doing MS, just, I don't know. What can I do about it? Remember, I made a video, MS is a useless degree, right? So you need to watch that and then make sure you know that MS is a useless degree and you're wasting your time. So if you're doing a degree, you're studying, then how can you make money? So just get out of the way. If you're on H1, right? If you're on H1, then many people do not know. See, there are a lot of videos I made about consultancy companies. So many H1B holders do not know that is a surefire way to make a lot of money very fast, very soon. See, if you're working for a vendor company like Wipro, TCS, these are all vendor companies, or these guys are they are vendors of the end client. So many people do not know even this theory, that there are end clients like Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Dell, Cisco, Walmart, Amazon, farm companies. All these are basically end clients who are end consumer of the services. TCS, Wipro, Infosys, all these TechCam, Peckham, all these Hexaware, Persistent, Perficient, all these companies are essentially just service providers to these companies. So all these service providers, or what we call as service vendors, or simply vendors, right? These vendor companies, which vendor means like person who gives services, right? So vendors are nothing. So these guys are nothing but commission agents. They're taking a lot of money out of your paycheck and then keeping it in their pocket and then giving you the rest. Do not work for these companies. Working for these companies is the worst thing that can happen, right? Then there are, okay. So what you do is, simply speaking, in this country, end clients basically, let's say the budget for them is, let's say, 150K. They will give the contractor 200K because they have a lot of liabilities. So there's extra 50K for the liabilities that they don't have to incur. So they give it to, let's say, this TCS, etc. This TCS, etc. put the money in their pocket and then give you the rest, right? So you work with a consulting company because that will give you 85% of your bill rate. That's a very important thing. That's how you can easily increase your salary from 60, 70, 80K. Let's say you're making 80K and you apply for another company, let's say, TechM. Same thing. You'll have instead of 80K, you'll be having 100K, under 10K. And your wife may not get the job easily, right? If you go to a consulting company, your wife can easily get a job also, right? So both of you can easily start making is perfect. Like you can save a lot of taxes. See, consulting company people can help you in saving the taxes also, right? You can save a lot of taxes. So you can easily achieve So let's say your wife is not from IT background, but does she speak English? If she does speak English, she can become a business analyst. I've seen a lot of ladies not taking their career seriously. Many people come with this weird idea that I will work in my own field. Let's say my field was interior design. I will work as an interior designer in America. I will work as a fashion designer in America. I've heard fashion industry is very good in New York and all that stuff. Don't pursue these stupid professions. Get into IT, start working, and then see what you want to do. Okay, so wives, in my opinion, make a lot of mistakes, and they basically they don't start to make money easily, and they don't take their visa seriously. They don't take their profession seriously, with which they will make money. So they have many people believe that oh, you know what, I have some security in India, I have some this benefit in India, so they want to go back to India, and then they want to. And that's where they want to. They believe that things will work out really well. What if they have to go back to India? When you're working for a consulting company, you don't have to go back to India. They work with you till the time you get your green card. So many people do not realize how this thing works out, and they basically make a lot of mistakes. They keep on working for these companies like Wipro, TechCam, and keep on losing money. Wipro, TechCam do nothing but just pocket the commission and then do nothing else for you, right? They will wrap their whole package, like you'll get a bonus, you'll get this bonus, that bonus. Nothing is coming from their pocket. It's all your money, which they are giving by deducting 60%. They are deducting 60%, giving you the rest. So this is a surefire way to immediately increase your money, right? Right. So you can do that within 2 months of arriving here, right? So you can easily start making money. Your wife can easily start making money. Here you can easily reach 25K, 30K, right? Now, second, if you want to know how to make double money, right? I hope you yourself understand what I'm trying to say. If you have heard of something called as moonlighting, there are a lot of people doing that. You can make twice as much money. So that's 50K per year. Let's say you don't have kids, you can definitely do it, right? I didn't have kids. I didn't know how to do that. Okay? I didn't know back then there was no such option. Okay. Third thing is, what you can do is you should shift to a skill which is very lucrative. See, in contracting, the way contracting works is there are certain fields which are very lucrative, and there are certain fields which are not as lucrative. Right? Because you're in the open market. the minimum salary that will be given, the minimum bill rate that will be given to you will be more than the salary given by Wipro. So you don't have to worry about leaving Wipro. But once you get into these like consultancy work, you need to get into a high billing rate skill like MuleSoft. I prefer MuleSoft. There are so many within integration. There are so many technologies you can get into any of those, or you can get into like OIM. Within this is in identity management. There's a pretty good skill. SFDC architect. This is a pretty good skill. There are so many other skills in which you can make a lot of money. Like for example, Informatica MDM. So many companies like Oracle definitely have certain skills in which you can make a lot of money. You need to understand what those skills are in which the bill rate is high, and then need to go towards those. Right? Getting into reskilling or learning new skills is very easy when you are in contracting. Talk to your employer and he can tell you what to do. At least I can tell you. But then your bill rate per project can go up to $90 to $100 an hour. In MuleSoft, it can go up to $110 to $120 an hour. Let's say you're making $110 an hour, which is $18,000 per month anyway. Your wife is making $18,000 a month, is $36,000 a month. And let's say you start doing moonlighting, you start to make $72,000 a month. Tell me which business in America will give you this kind of money? Which job in America will give you this kind of money? And let's say you're only 24 years of age. See, this is the thing, right? You've just come here. So you're 24 years of age. I assume that. So at the age of, I know so many consultants at the age of 24, 25, they are making this kind of money. Only problem is their wives don't agree. See, wives को जो बुखार है ना problem है, वो कभी नहीं ठीक होगा. So I don't know what you can do about the wives. Wives don't want to, so maybe you should marry a girl who is actually willing to work and who's ready to work hard, who speaks good English and who can, do something, who's ready to work hard and who's ready to make money here. So getting a project here, many people think, getting a project is very difficult. It's actually very easy. Nowadays, it's very easy. Gone are the days when it was difficult. Yeah. In consulting, there was only one problem. Before 2019, the problem was you may have, let's say you don't get a local project, you may have to move there because projects were always on site. By the way, back then also for certain hi-fi skills like the ones I mentioned, there used to be they would agree to semi-remote situation, like they will ask you to come, let's say, once in a month. But that was rare. As I said, these skills are rare, right? But anybody who had the skill, for them it was a rule. He could easily, work, keep living in one place, and he didn't have to move. After 2020, getting a remote project has become very easy. Nobody has to move. You can keep living at the same place. Your kids don't have to move. You can do whatever you want, and you can make double money. Everybody is doing that. So my thing is, and you should take something called as semi-remote or hybrid projects. Semi-remote and not hybrid. Semi-remote means like once in a month. Hybrid means like once in 1 week. It becomes too much to go to a project, to a job, once in a month, once in a week. But once in a month is totally fine, and so you can make a lot of money doing that. This is a simple way to raise your income level from like 60K a year to 60K a month. Literally, that's the kind of money people can easily make. All right. So this is the CSF formula with which you can easily make a lot of money within Achha. I know at least 50 people who are doing this thing and who are making a lot of money. And I know at least 20, like a lot of people basically who are less than 25 or 25, 26, and they're making a lot of money. It's very easy to make money, trust me. And this is your way to make a lot of money early on